Hey everybody, the Johnny Cage here, welcoming you to a brand new LP! And by brand new, I mean actually only a one episode LP. We're playing DuckTales on the NES, and this is gonna, well, it's not exactly a speed run of it, although it's going to be played a lot like one, but I just got this game about a month ago, finally added it to my NES collection. It took forever for me to finally get my hands on this. I don't know why, I just never found it when the price was right, but, I played around with it for about a month, and I got pretty good at it, and I figured, this would just be fun to put out as kind of like a little bit of a speed run thing. So, at the very least, if you're ever interested in playing this game, you'll have this here to guide you along the way, maybe, although a number of people have already played this game on YouTube, just like pretty much any other game in existence. But, this game is really fun, it's really easy, it's one of those Disney Capcom games for the NES, and all of those, with the exception of Tailspin, as I've said on a number of occasions, are all really, really good games. So if you have the ROM of it or have any way of playing it, check it out for yourself. But the way that it works is you're Scrooge McDuck, and you're kind of like going around to these different exotic locales, and you're just looking for treasure, as that greedy bastard would do. But along the way, you're going to run into all sorts of enemies, and the levels are pretty cool because it's very Mega Man style, where you can go through and choose whatever level you want. I'm just going right down the list, so this is the Amazon level, and there's lots of exploration in each of these levels. Here, this guy will say, the shrine will say, you can pass through for $300,000, and Scrooge's like, well, screw that. I'm just going to bounce off this guy's head and just go over here and not deal with any of that. You can get that much money. There's lots of crystals that you can find and a lot of exploring, but I'm just going right through the levels. Like I said, I'm going right to the bosses as quickly as possible, and then once you beat all 5 of the bosses, there's kind of a bonus level, if you want to call it that. I'm also playing it on easy, so I don't know, probably lose a bit of gamer cred for that, but all that affects is the amount of damage you take. As you can see up there, your HP, you have three bubbles, and on easy you can take 6 shots, on normal you can take 3, and on difficult you can only take 2. And so you just want to go around these different levels, beating the bosses, collecting the treasure. You get a ton of money for, getting the treasure, but that doesn't matter. That just adds into your, it's just a point total that matters not at all. So we go from the Amazon to Transylvania, and this level can actually be really tricky to figure out. It took me a long time to get through this without having to use any sort of a guide, because the only tip that you get is if I were to go to the left there, one of your cousins, Huey, Dewey, or Louie, I'm not sure which one. In fact, in the level select screen, 2 of them are green, I think, and 1 of them's blue, and that doesn't make sense. But he'll tell you that there's a secret wall in here somewhere, and there's a number of secret walls. This place can be very confusing, but this is the secret wall that he's talking about, and you want to go into the right mirror. I'm not even positive where the left one takes you. I don't know if it takes you anywhere. Some mirrors don't do anything. And then there'll be a couple spooky ghosts. Ooh, they'll come right after you. That guy hit me in my duck tail, if you will. And then you get this chick who was from the TV show, but I can't remember who the hell she is, because I don't know if I watched the TV show all that often. I remember, like, way back in the day, Disney Channel used to be a premium channel, like an HBO or something. Like, you had to pay extra money to have that. And I remember going to, like, hotels, and it was a big deal to be able to just, like, we're at this awesome place, on vacation, but it's like, I just want to stay in the room and watch Disney Channel. All the bosses you have to hit 5 times, by the way, and this crazy, I don't know, I think she's a vampire. Vampire chick is one of the more tough ones, because she has, flies around and shoots at electricity, but with, just a little bit of patience, a more defensive approach to the boss, you can take her out without any sort of real issue. Wish you could quickly cut through all these scenes, though, and get all the money just to go in, like, one button, but oh well. Oh, and if you thought we were done with Transylvania, believe me, we are not done with Transylvania. In fact, right here we get a message saying that we need to get a key, and it's in Transylvania. So without even bringing up the world select, we go back to Transylvania, and I just, this is by nature, so I was like, okay, let's try this mirror, and boom, this is the key. It's right there. I thought that was kind of bizarre, but alright, and really, seriously, that's quite the time waster. I should talk a little bit about the controls, because they're actually kind of interesting. If you get right up to something, like a rock here, like you just saw me take out that bat, and push the B button, Scrooge will use his cane and he'll break something, but it kind of takes a second to do. You have to be right up against it. It's kind of tricky. But primarily you're going to be using the cane hop, which is a lot like Link using the sword in Link's Adventure. but it's a little tricky to figure out. I don't know why I say that, it's really not, but I just had a hard time getting the whole control down for it. Is you jump in the air, you push down, and you push B, but if you hit A accidentally, that will cancel it and you'll go out of your jump, and it can be a little frustrating. I don't, there's a bit of a learning curve there, but it's not anything that's gonna like make you, rage quit the game. So, this is a Disney game after all, in the NES era. Whenever you see Launchpad, he can take you out of the level. I don't know why you would want to do that ever, but the option's there. If you want to, like if you're having trouble with the level and you're getting pissed off at it, you can always just find Launchpad and he'll take you out of there. Those minecarts are kind of tricky. I've seriously died an unnecessary amount of times falling into those holes, trying to jump out of a minecart. But otherwise, just keep your head down, because the whole thing about minecarts is that, they go over passes where you gotta duck or else you'll get hit. Ice Cream Cone, which I just got there, that gives you back 1 health. They also have Cakes, which will give you back 3 health. And there's little Daisy, and she'll tell us to use the seesaw, and use the seesaw we shall. I know that there are some secrets in these levels that I didn't find in this run, so I'm kind of taking, I guess, the scenic route, but that's not even entirely true. Like I said, there's a lot of exploration in these levels if you want to take the time to find it. So, go ahead, have fun with it if you want. I just felt like doing something really fast. And here's, I guess, I don't know, the Slug King? I don't know, this gets weird. All you do is he'll go around the room. He'll go either clockwise or counterclockwise, so be ready for that. Pretty much after he hops those 3 times, I just make sure to jump in the air, so that if he does try to go the direction that I'm standing, he'll go right underneath me. And without too much trouble, you should be able to pick up whatever the hell item it is we got from the African mines. I don't know why we'd want to go there, to find, well, I guess they got, the blood diamonds over there, right? Because that's great family value we should be teaching the kids. Anyhow, though, so now we go to the Himalayas, which is probably one of my favorite areas. Probably my favorite area, actually. I just like the whole, blue and white aesthetic. It just, it's relaxing. But you will get billy goats here, which are a pain. And if you jump into the snow while you're in your cane form, I guess, when you're like bouncing off stuff with your cane, you'll get stuck in the snow and you have to hit A to get out of it. It's kind of a pain, and these billy goats are kind of a pain too. Over here though is a little ice cream, so there's a little bit of health for you. So you want to fall down here. It doesn't look like you can fall down here actually, but you can. And then you just keep falling and falling. These spiders are weird because they got them in the Amazon level too. They're just like real erratic. They don't have patterns to them. They just seem to strike whenever the hell they feel like it, which is weird. I also know in this level there's a guy that you can rescue, and he'll permanently give you a 4th circle of HP if you're interested in it. I forget exactly where he is, but if you explore enough, you'll find it. I know he's not to the left there, I can tell you that. And watch out for the ball! Whoa, that was a close one. Oh, and up here we got a nice, ice cock or something. Seriously, like Minecraft made those kind of famous. There was a cake you may have seen briefly. Got a little Mega Man platform there, and before you know it, we're already to the boss, the Yeti. And he's a very easy boss, just like all the bosses are. You just have to hit him 5 times, and he will try to knock snow at you, and which you can easily dodge. And, try to get in a couple hits. If you got some life to spare, just whatever, use up some life and just kill him more quickly, I would recommend. There's no point in waiting around. And that's going to take care of the Himalayas for us. So what do we got next? Well, next we got the most classic level of this entire game. Still one of the best scores of any 8-bit music ever, The Moon. And we just listened to that wonderful song. This is, seriously, it's like, in this game, it's really unexpected, but this has seriously got to be some of the best 8-bit stuff there is. And this level is also much more complex than the previous levels have been, because it actually kind of has objectives to it. So right away you're going to want to go up to, and this place is huge by the, well, it's not huge, it's huge by the game standards, and you're going to want to get this key to a UFO, and then, well, by the UFO it actually just opens this door that's locked, and then from there you want to get this control panel, and it will unlock the area where the boss is. So I guess we got 2 real things we gotta do. That was our first thing. Let's grab the key, and now, damn that guy, he always gets me, I swear. Oh, and if you get them stuck there, just go off screen and try to respawn them, and Jesus, doing it again, ruining my speed run, guys. But eventually they'll not mess up like that, and they will just stand there too. So you're better off just trying to get off screen. So from there you want to drop back down 1, and then go over here to the right, and take out these little weird red aliens if you can with the rocks, just to get them out of your way. head up here. A lot of the paths that I'm not taking here just take you to more money. Like if I kept on going up there, it would take me to this kind of tricky platforming section, followed by this big treasure chest, just like the one that we saw before with the key in it to get into the mines. So now we got the control pad, so now we can head back on down, and there's a nice cone. Don't mind if I do. Don't really think I needed it, but I'll grab it anyway. And I like to make sure that I don't just plummet here, or else you always run into that red guy. I swear you do. I think you do, at least. In my experiences, they haven't been good. I don't know what that thing is. That thing's so strange. I guess it just got like one eye. I don't know. It looks like some sort of like fat Hawaiian surfer alien. I don't know. That's what I get out of it. So this can be a little tricky of a jump. Just wait, bide your time until the time is right. And there you go, and there's our chance. Ooh, it's lightning outside. Nice. It's getting nice and evil. That jump can be really hard. I swear I've only made that twice ever. So here comes Gizmo Duck. He fires his shot because now he's got his power suit, if you guys remember anything about, you know, DuckTales, actually, if you're old enough to remember that stuff. You got the Bugle Boys, who are their basic criminals that were always causing them trouble. Now, this is the boss level, and he's kind of tough. Well, a little bit. One thing that I really hate about him is that he's got the chance to just automatically rush you as soon as you get in through the doorway. So he'll hit you no matter what. No matter what sometimes, which is a real pain. I also don't know why the boss is a mouse. I guess we're going after cheese for some reason on the moon. I don't know why, because maybe the moon's supposed to be made of cheese. Beats me. But that's our grand treasure here. Of all things, you know, the one thing that Scrooge would be concerned about cheese, but, yeah, well, to each their own, right? Anyhow, so we've taken care of that level, and now you're like, yay, Scrooge, I love this here, because we finally finished all the levels, we got all the items, all land clear, and just throws this shit around. He doesn't even care. It's like, well, I guess I'm just gonna throw that into my big money pit and go diving into it later on. Haha, if you want to get the treasures back. Yeah, we have no time for that. So this is where we're going to go to the final area. Once again, we're back in Transylvania. Nothing special here, though, at all. We're just going the same way that we went before. We're going right to the boss, and then we're going to fight a different boss from the one that was here originally. Do a little kind of race, if you will, and that's going to be it. As long as this guy gives me an opportunity to hit him. You can also jump off those guys' heads. You don't necessarily have to hit the ball right at their faces. Oh man, it is coming down outside. It's going to get violent here in a second. So same way, through the right window, or not window, mirror, and you got your ghost. If you duck there, you will always avoid that one, even though it looks like it might be a bit iffy. And instead of fighting the kind of vampire chick, we're fighting the vampire guy now. What is it, Count Duckula? I think that's his punny name that they gave him. He just kind of takes a while to beat. If you stay low and let him send out his bat, normally the bat will go low, and then you're able to just bounce off the bat and bounce off his head, and that's what you got to do. There's really no quick way of beating him, unfortunately, other than this. But give him enough shots, and he'll go down just like any of the other ones will. Come on, you guys. Is that 5? Yes? Yes, okay, that's it. And then out of nowhere, boom, comes the Scottish duck. I forget this guy's name, but all you gotta do is race this guy, and you can lose the entire game right here if you don't win this race, but it's very easy. Just go up, grab the treasure, and boom! You've beaten DuckTales on the NES. That's it. That is really all that there is to the game. And I actually like this ending, though, because Scrooge just defies gravity right here. He just pauses in midair, and then move to the left. It's like, my god. I've become a god amongst ducks. And that's going to pretty much do it. Daring explorer Scrooge McDuck has found 5 legendary treasures, making him the richest duck in the world. Congratulations! Here's your small amount of prize money and a medal that he certainly does not need. Thank you, Duck Press. We greatly appreciate that. But what happened to the Capcom Times? What happened to those? Hooray, Uncle Scrooge. We're glad you found the treasures, but don't forget we helped too. And then it pauses on the screen for a long time. I don't know why. It just won't seem to shift at all. Seriously, I was like, the newspaper went away so fast, but that stays there forever for some reason. Right, lads, I couldn't have done it without you. I really am the richest duck in the world. And so that's it, guys. It's an awesome game. If you can find it pretty cheap, definitely worth having in your collection. It's definitely going up in price, though. I would have paid like almost 15 bucks for it if I wouldn't have gotten it from redeeming points at the site I go to buy games. But that's all, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. This has been the Johnny Cage. Subscribe, like, comment if you have not. I'll talk to you later on.